So Drake is back with his new album, Honestly Nevermind. And honestly, I like it. I'm starting to see people say that it's mid or whatever. And I get it, because this isn't what we go to Drake for, but it's definitely one of those albums that are gonna grow over time. It definitely have the vibes of a radio station at 1 a.m. or at 2 a.m. when they really don't try to play the big songs anymore. They're just chilling out. And honestly, I like that vibe, because it did kind of carry the same vibe that Dawn FM had earlier this year. Most of all, what I really appreciate about this album is that it actually tries to be something more than just here's songs for a playlist. And honestly, I get why people are hating on the album already. This is definitely the most experimental Drake album in years, and I would have hoped that if this was the vibe he was gonna go for, he would have dropped this in like November and October. This really isn't a summer type of album, and I think that was kind of the problem with Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, where it's like good music but not the right time for it. And I was really expecting Drake to take the summer into an upbeat place, because the music right now has been kind of chilled out, but I enjoyed this album. Once you get past the disappointment of, damn, this really isn't the Drake that I wanted, you'll get to appreciate the album and see how good it actually is. To be clear here, I don't think every song on this album is good. I do think it gets to the mid territory a little bit too much. Like, a lot of the songs could have been cut down and they would have been way better than they are right now, but I think this is gonna be a grower. And I only think it's gonna grow because that's what Drake albums historically do. And I'm not even the biggest Drake fan, but if you guys let Views and Scorpion grow on you, then this is gonna grow on you as well. For criticisms of the album though, I think the variety and sound would have been appreciated, because the last track on the album is probably the best with 21 Savage. The beat switch is awesome, and I wish there would have been a little bit more of that on the album, and I can see people saying that the album is trash because of it. Also, by the way, shout out to 21 Savage, because this is like the second week in a row where he puts out a really good feature. And I also feel like the album could have benefited from more features, but hey, it is what it is. As we get into first week predictions though, I gotta admit, I don't think this album is selling as much as Certified Lover Boy, because Certified Lover Boy was longer, it had more promo. I don't think this album is going to be as big either. There's not a lot of comments that I can make for the album as it relates to individual tracks, because every track kind of blends in, and it was one of those albums where I didn't really look at the track list, so I don't even know what the difference between song 1 and song 2 is right now. But I just ask of people that they don't go to the street saying album is mid, because I know in 6 months people will be like, album not mid. That's what you guys did with Whole Lotta Red, and I don't like Whole Lotta Red at all, but I really don't feel like you guys listened to it for you guys to have switched up the way that you did on that album. I really do not get it. But what did you guys think of the album? Because those were my thoughts. Not a lot of things to say, not a lot of things to analyze, but yeah, shout out to Drake and shout out to Jay Dilla as well. With that being said, I'm gonna let the outro roll.